Good evening, folks. This is George with Modern Day Thrive. I'm going to be your host tonight. Our normal host, Dean, is out for the evening. He will be back with us next week. So, obviously, if you guys have been watching the show, you know I'm not normally the co-host, so be kind on me. So, and actually, topic tonight that's I wanted to talk about is debt. It's one of the biggest things that I think faces most of the people in our economy today. It's it's a very uh, sad topic for a lot, happy for others. So, and the reason it's important for me is because this is like a 6 year journey to look for the best opportunities and ways of getting out of debt. And it's been challenging. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of good things with it too, as long as you stick with it and try to persevere through all the ups and downs. Always look forward and never look back. So and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and hoping that if we have some people that want to chime in tonight, we do have a comments box. Please feel free to add some comments, ask some questions. Um, Also, as always, if we could please like and follow this webcast, we would appreciate that. Helps us keep creating content. Um, so I appreciate that. If anyone wants to chime in, let me know. I can send you a link. You can actually connect if you want. You have a webcam or phone, however you want to do it. So, what I want to do is actually, I want to introduce a product to you that I've just recently started working with. I believe it's a game changing product. It definitely has a lot of features that, in all the debt products I've seen in the past, lack. And one of the biggest components that I think that it has that other programs lack is it really is built for you. It's not built on a cookie cutter to where you know you do this, this happens, which in a lot of cases don't. So I'm going to probably show you just some of the website. Currently, I'm going to put the website up on the screen. This is the website I'll be going to, and I'm actually going to play a video on there, which kind of gives you a real good overview of the program. When looking at this program, look at it as a financial GPS system. As a standard GPS system that redirects when you need to redirect because you're driving and the road stops. You have to move. You have to go a different direction. This GPS program will do this for you. So without further ado, let me share. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is basic website. It's got some really basic questions that everyone should be thinking about. The first one is, debt or wealth. Which of the two would you like? Because it kind of goes either way. You're either building debt or you're building wealth. Um, Meaning kind of go hand in hand, but generally it's one or the other. So, um, pretty basic information. They been in business since I believe 2008, and their goal is to help you reduce and eliminate all of your debt in the quickest amount of time, generally 5 to 7 years, including your mortgage. Um, it's actually very doable. Many programs out there that claim they can do it. From what I'm seeing in this program, it will do it. So anyway, I'm going to kick off a video here. It's kind of an overview of the program. It's about 8 minutes long, so it is a little lengthy, but I think it's well worth watching. So we'll kick it off now.
Hello, I'd like to introduce you to a revolutionary program that since 2004 has helped thousands of homeowners all across America get ahead financially and on track to save millions of dollars in interest payments on their mortgages and other debts. And as a result, eligible homeowners are now able to pay their 30-year mortgages off in as little as 5 to 7 years, all without changing their current lifestyle and without any refinancing required. Paying off your mortgage is a lot like taking a road trip. However, instead of you choosing the route, the bank hands you a map with each and every turn they want you to take. It's an exact schedule of payments every month for 30 years. And the bank schedule is not the fastest route. In fact, their schedule zigzags and goes on for miles of unnecessary distance. Are there better routes? Absolutely. The closest distance between 2 points is a straight line, correct? Well, this program shows you the straight line and how eligible homeowners can fly through their mortgage in as little as 5 to 7 years. How does this program get you paid off so fast? Before I share this secret, I want you to understand that banks are very good at building wealth with your money. As an important part of their wealth building strategy, the banking industry has taught us to keep our money separate. What do I mean by separate? Well, we are taught to set up our checking and/or savings account and deposit our money over here. And we're taught to take out our loans and make payments to those loans separately over there, never combining our positive cash accounts with our interest-charging loan accounts. But who benefits from this separate account structure more? You or the banks? To understand why we are taught to manage our finances separately like this, we need to understand some basic principles of banking and money and how it works. Each time we deposit and hold money in our checking and/or savings accounts, also known as deposit accounts, the lender makes money off of interest by lending our money out in the form of loans to borrowers. And each time we take out a loan, the lender again makes money each time we pay them an interest payment. So let's go over a couple quick examples of how our money helps the lending industry build wealth. Let's say, based on the money account holders like you and me have deposited in our checking and savings accounts, the bank lends out $5,000 to other borrowers in the form of credit cards. And while we earn close to zero interest on our money, the lender earns around 18% interest on those credit cards. That means that the lender was able to earn roughly $900 in interest annually based on our money, while we earn close to zero. As another example, let's say we take out a 30-year, $300,000 mortgage at 4.5%. 4.5% doesn't seem like it would add up to much, does it? But over this 30-year mortgage, we would pay over $247,000 just in interest payments. That's actually over 82% of the original loan amount you borrowed, just in interest. Quite a far cry from the seemingly reasonable 4.5% rate, right? By following this simple concept of holding billions of dollars worth of banking clients' money on one side, and then lending our money back to us with interest on the other, the lending industry is able to build tremendous wealth. Now think about this. With all things being equal, the more money we owe, the more interest they collect. And the less money we owe, the less interest they collect. So, if banks make more money based on the total amount we owe, there's one guaranteed way to reduce the total amount we owe immediately. What if, instead of following the bank's map of keeping your accounts separate, you could actually transfer or merge the money in your deposit accounts against your loan accounts, literally decreasing the total amount owed immediately. By doing this, it would instantly bring down the amount you owe, and thus reduce the amount of time and interest the bank has you scheduled to pay. Again, the less money you owe on your debts, the less interest you will pay, right? With that being said, we would now like to introduce you to the Money Max account. The MoneyMax account is a smart online financial system programmed with extremely effective debt elimination strategies. The MoneyMax account utilizes a standard checking and savings account and strategic financial algorithms to help drive its debt elimination strategies. With these financial algorithms, the system is programmed to constantly analyze and identify the most strategic debts to eliminate in the most beneficial order and timing. The system monitors your finances 24/7 and constantly calculates the specific timing and amounts of money to transfer from your checking and/or savings accounts to strategically reduce each of your loan balances, thus lowering the balance in which interest accrues and canceling an optimum amount of time and interest charges on your loans. The debt elimination system is specifically programmed to help eliminate all of your debt, including up to a 30-year mortgage in as little as 5 to 7 years, while saving tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars in interest, without requiring you to change any of your current budgets. The MoneyMax account is like having 100 accountants working 24/7, calculating and strategizing the exact timing, amount, and frequency of each transfer in order to achieve some of the greatest time and interest savings imaginable. And it's as easy to use as point and click. As you can see, you are now canceling out an optimum amount of time and interest charges with each and every step you take. And by continuing to follow the program's cycle of strategic transfers and deposits, you literally change your mortgage schedule, effectively canceling out tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars in scheduled interest charges, and accelerate the payoff of your mortgage and other debts to a fraction of their regular time. Now, do you remember our $300,000 mortgage example? The mortgage that would normally charge over $247,000 in interest charges over 30 years? By using our online financial acceleration system, this same mortgage could now be 100% paid off in as little as 5 to 7 years, paying as little as $68,000 in interest charges versus $247,000 in interest. That's a savings of up to $179,000 in interest and up to 25 years worth of canceled mortgage payments. And again, the MoneyMax account doesn't just work on mortgages. It also strategically identifies the fastest way to accelerate the payoff of all of your debts. We know that you and your family are unique, and no two homeowners' finances are the same. In just a few minutes, the MoneyMax account can tell you how much time and money you can save. Maybe your payoff is 10 plus years, maybe it's 7, or maybe it's 5. What's your debt-free number? What could you do with up to 23 to 25 years worth of mortgage payments back in your pocket? Imagine now being able to invest that money and earn interest instead of just handing it over to the bank. It's things like this that change our financial future and puts a big smile on people's faces.
Of course, you can see why the creators of this award-winning program have been featured in magazines such as Broker Banker, Real Estate Investor, and Success from Home magazine. They've also won the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award in the Financial Services category. Be sure to get back with the representative who sent you this video and ask them to run a free savings report that will show you just how much time and money this program could save you. What's your debt-free number?
Stop the sharing on that. I know it was a little bit long. I do apologize on that, but I thought it was well worthwhile to watch the entire video to really get a good concept of how the program works for you. One of the things that really drew me to the program is it makes your money work for you constantly all throughout the process. If it's not paying something, it's putting it somewhere for it to earn a little bit of interest, to grow, get to a point where it becomes a big thing. Some of the key features that it uses, which I'll actually share a website here in a little bit that has some additional videos that, again, a little bit longer, so I'm not going to play them on this webcast, but well worth watching. They talk about the 4 different steps, and one of the biggest ones is something called debt canceling. When you're canceling your debt, you're basically taking big chunks of forward payments out, which reduce all the interest that would have been during that time frame that those payments would have accumulated for, which pushes you well forward in your cycle as far as getting your debt paid off. And it's huge. I'm not sure about you guys, but paying your debt off in 5 to 7 years versus 30 years is a huge deal. You get a huge amount of time back to be able to dedicate building your wealth. I'm not sure how many of you plan on retiring. I think all of us do. You know, paying for an asset for 30 years versus possibly being able to build wealth for 20 years has a huge implication on, you know, what's going to happen during your retirement years. So definitely a big key feature. So I was very excited about that, excited about the program. It's has a lot of benefits. So depending on, you know, what your goals are, you would, you know, have to weigh the advantages of, you know, if you think you're going to have more money down the line to pay off the huge debts that you increase over life, or, you know, use an advantage such as this program to, you know, pay it off quicker. So it's a very, very important feature. So I'll actually bring up a website. I'm going to close this one down here for a second. This website here, which I'm going to bring up for a second, but I'm not really going to play the videos. The reason I'm bringing it up is there's actually a free PDF to download. Well worth downloading and reading. It has a lot of good information in it. It's entirely free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I would advise you to do that just for your knowledge, if anything else. So give me one sec to share that. All right. So, and obviously, my name is George Weber. If you guys didn't see it in the beginning, I am an independent agent for the United Financial Freedom Company. This website here, there's several videos on here. I would highly recommend you watching just for knowledge. Also, fill out the form to get the free ebook. The free ebook is about 30 some pages long. It gives you a lot of information to think about as far as trying to, you know, eliminate your debt in the quickest amount of possible time, strategically. So I would highly recommend you looking at that. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out here. Okay. I'll leave the URL down at the bottom in case anyone wants to check it out. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. This may end up being a short segment. We normally do an hour segment, but my counterpart's not here, so I just wanted to come on just to make sure that we, you know, at least presented for the night. And I've enjoyed the time here with you guys, and hopefully you guys, if you did not catch the beginning, go ahead and watch. I did play some videos showing more information about the product and what the product can do for you, and the assistance of helping you eliminate your debt. So can't think of anything else for right now. I think that pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover tonight. I appreciate anyone that happened to catch online. Again, if you guys have the time, rewatch the content, please feel free to like, follow, and share this webcast. Any comments you guys leave, we can respond to later. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly. And I think that's it for the night. You guys have an awesome night, and please feel free to keep up with us week by week as we do our broadcast. Thanks, and have a good day.